Hello everyone, what's up? My name is JWhisp and welcome to episode 3 of the Minecraft Hardcore Survival Let's Play. Here we are back in our amazing world, and we're only on episode 3 and already made tons of good progress. In the last episode, we worked on some small farms and also did some mining and got ourselves a lot of resources. We have tons of iron, a decent amount of diamonds, and our golden apple stash is starting to look really good. In this episode, I have some really fun things I want to work on. But if you're enjoying this series or you end up enjoying this video, consider leaving a like and also subscribing. If you end up not enjoying, you can always unsubscribe later. I really appreciate it and it means a lot. But for today's video, I have some really awesome plans. I want to start off by showing you guys the simplest, easiest way to make a villager breeder, because I always like to make a villager breeder early on in my worlds just so I have a supply of villagers in case anything happens to them. I also want to make an automatic cooked chicken farm, so I'll show you guys a quick and easy design for that. But for some of the materials, we will need quartz, so we're going to have to make a quick trip to the Nether after we make the villager breeder. Now, before we get started on that, there was one more thing. Over here, I have this horse that we got earlier on, and I asked you guys for name suggestions for this horse because I really didn't know. I wanted you guys to name this horse. I didn't want to name him myself. And so here's our horse, and we do actually have name tags and an anvil, so I can successfully name the horse. Now, I asked you guys, to give me names in the comments section down below, and the most liked comment I should say, and the comment that I liked the most was from someone named Joseph Productions, and they said, name the horse Pegasus because they had a horse named Pegasus that unfortunately passed away, and he wanted me to carry on the legacy. So not only did I think that that was touching, but it was the most liked comment, and I think it's a pretty good name. So we're going to be naming this horse Pegasus. I'll have probably more horses and more pets in the future we can name, but for now, this is our first one. So let's see, let's grab one of our name tags here. Go to the anvil and name this boy. Alright, there we go. The peg is sus. Let's put it on the horse. And there we go, we have Pegasus. So Pegasus, I'm not going to build a stable for just yet. I'm going to leave them in the house just like that. Keep them blocked off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't have time to build this right now. But there we go, we officially have the horse named. The horse should be pretty safe in there. So we have that. I'm sorry about your horse, Joseph, but hopefully our Pegasus can carry on its legacy. So, without further ado, let's start off by showing you guys the easiest way to make a villager breeder. So what's really great about villager breeders is they're super simple to make because you only need a few different things to make them, and you can pretty much adjust them and make them any size you want to fit your needs. So really, all you need to do is have some beds, and you will get as many villagers as you have beds. So if I have, 7 beds here, I will get up to 7 villagers. If you have 20 beds, your villagers will breed until you have 20 villagers. So you can just keep adding beds to get more villagers. Besides that, you also optionally need a farm. Now, I like to add a farm just because, they need food to breed. But you don't actually have to make a farm. You can simply feed villagers bread and they'll start to breed if there's enough beds. So you can also do that. But it's nice to just have a farm so that the villagers can sort of breed themselves. I also have some cobblestone here just to build a little enclosure for them to fit into. You really don't need to do this. You can honestly, if you want to, dig a little hole underground. I've done that before to save me some building blocks. But I think what I'm going to do is just build myself, a tiny little a rectangle here, just big enough so I can fit some beds and fit a small farm. This definitely doesn't need to be big by any means, and it doesn't need to look pretty either. You can make it look pretty and decorate it if you want, but the villagers aren't going to know any different. I'll just make it this size. I think this is pretty good. In the future, I might work on decorating it and making it look a bit nicer, just so I don't have this ugly cobblestone rectangle, kind of making my village look all ugly. But especially when we're just starting out, we're only on episode 3, we really don't need to do much. Now, the reason you at least have to have a box around here is because you want to keep your villagers protected. You want to keep them safe. I recommend putting some sort of light source inside, just so your villagers are safe in case, you don't want any zombies getting in or spawning inside. You don't want spiders, skeletons, anything that could potentially hurt your villagers. You want to keep them out. I've also occasionally, built some iron golems in and around my villager breeder to keep them protected, which you honestly might not even do because sometimes the iron golems will spawn automatically. If there's a stimulus for them to spawn, the villagers will spawn them. So here we go, I'll put a roof above this place in a sec, but let's start placing our beds. Now when placing your beds, you have to be careful, because for villagers to actually use them, there's a few rules. First off, the beds have to be accessible by at least 1 block. So for example, if I did this, you know, the villagers wouldn't be using this bed because it's not accessible. There also has to be enough room above the bed for a villager to stand up. So if I made the ceiling right here, the villagers wouldn't use this bed because they can't get to it. So I'd have to make the ceiling 1 block higher like that. There has to be enough room for the villagers to move around. But there we go. We have that. And then on the other side here, I think I'll just plop this water right here. It really doesn't... Actually, I can probably make it smaller. This farm really doesn't need to be big. They don't need a ton of food, but I'll just place some carrots and some potatoes because that's what I have. Now, I like carrots and potatoes because it's a food that the villagers can directly eat and breed themselves with. For example, if I planted wheat, it wouldn't be the best for them to breed because villagers can't exactly make bread. Now, if you want to just give the villagers bread, you can do that, but I think this is a good option. So there we go. Once we have this, we are pretty much done with the villager breeder. This will function, this will work. What I'm going to do, just to make it a bit better and a bit safer, is add a slab above this composter so the villagers don't mess up the farm, add a roof, and also add some light sources in here so it's a bit brighter. Okay, so I finished the villager breeder. It just slept to make it daytime, and here we go. I just created a little entrance on the side here. Definitely lit this thing up well to make sure no monsters would spawn, and here we go. I got 2 villagers in here. I just used a boat to travel them over here. We have them in the beds, and they'll eventually start to breed. Hopefully one of them picks up this job. If not, we might have some issues, but let's give them some bread to start them off. They can start breeding from that, but hopefully one of them starts using this. One of them becomes a farmer. We'll see. Maybe there's a villager outside that stole the job. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, looks like he wants in, actually, but unfortunately he can't have in. I'm sorry, buddy. So let's see. Hopefully one of them takes the job. But again, even this doesn't need to be this big. This villager breeder is actually much larger than it needs to be. All you need really is beds and a source of food. Whether that food comes from a farming villager or you give them that food doesn't really matter. It's just nice to make it automatic by adding a farm yourself. So there you go. That's definitely a must-have survival farm. I would make one of those as early as you can in your survival world. Obviously, if you spawn anywhere near a village, great. But if you don't have any villagers nearby, it's not that hard to transform a zombie villager into a normal villager. All you need is a potion that's really easy to make and a golden apple. Both of those are pretty cheap, pretty simple, and pretty easy to get early on in the game. Now for heading to the nether, I want to be careful, so let's grab 1 piece of golden armor so that piglins don't attack us. And let's see what else. Should I bring anything else? Let's bring, I guess, some dirt, just some random building blocks. Would probably be nice to have in case I need to build, you know, build any pathways or anything like that. I don't need the hoe, and I think we should be good. Also, I guess, let's bring this 1 ender pearl just in case I need to defend myself. Now, we spawned near a ruined nether portal. I did already completely fill out and light the portal, so it's all set to go. However, I haven't actually been into the nether yet in this world, so hopefully we have a pretty good nether spawn, and hopefully we don't die right off the bat. Like I said, I won't be doing really any exploration today. I don't really need to raid any piglin bastions or fortresses. All I really need is a few quartz to make an automatic cooked chicken farm. However, maybe in the next episode or the episodes coming up, we will be all set. I also want to take this time to briefly explain my plans. So what I wanted to do, I thought around this area was pretty good. We're in the middle of a desert, but we have this nice looking river here. And so I was trying to think of, you know, base designs and what I should do. And I've never really made a large base in a survival world before. I usually just live in a small house. And so I think I want to work on my first ever mega base in this survival let's play, given that I can live long enough. And so my plan is to, during multiple live streams, excavate a huge area of this desert to make it really flat, and then with all that sand, turn it into sandstone, and then eventually make a giant pyramid. I think sort of recreating ancient Egypt in the game would be awesome. Maybe having 1 pyramid dedicated to my base, 1 dedicated to farms, 1 dedicated, I don't know, just stuff like that, and obviously having village houses around I think would be really cool. Something along those lines. But let's see. Okay. Pretty good nether spawn. We're pretty safe. We don't really need to explore too much, though. All I need to do is grab a little bit of quartz so that we have it for our chicken farm. We need to make an observer, and for the observer, you need some quartz. Ooh, we're getting a bit of lag here. All the nether stuff loading in. Here we go. We got the quartz, though. This 1 vein might actually... I think this should actually be enough quartz. We won't really need much. Okay, yeah, this is definitely enough. I also love quartz mining because it gives you absolutely tons of XP. Before the Nether update, when quartz was plentiful and literally everywhere, quartz mining was my preferred method of getting XP, but now that the Nether's a bit more dangerous and quartz ores and veins are a bit more spread out, I typically just make an Enderman XP farm. But let's head back into the overworld here. Pretty simple, and we can get started on the automatic cooked chicken farm, which is also pretty simple to make and also really amazing because it is just a great source of food, especially early on. Once you make one of these, they're completely automatic and you don't have to ever worry about getting yourself food again. These are especially useful in hardcore because in hardcore you always want to keep your hunger up so you're constantly regenerating health, and so this is a great way to get food. So for the automatic cooked chicken farm, you're going to want to get yourself a nice flat area to work with. And I also wouldn't build this directly next to your house because with all the dying chickens, it can get a little bit loud. But here's what you will need. As you can see, not too many resources. A chest, optional, some glass, 2 hoppers, 2 dispensers, 2 observers, 2 redstone dust, a comparator. You'll need a slab, a piece of carpet of any kind, and some building blocks, of course. And besides that, you'll also need some chicken eggs. You can either have normal eggs or you can have chicken spawn eggs, and of course a lava bucket. If you don't have these eggs or chicken spawn eggs, you can also just take some wheat seeds and, you know, lure the chickens into our little hole trap that we'll eventually have. But eggs are definitely the easiest way to do this. So to start off, simply place your chest. This will be the front of your farm. Place 1 hopper going into the chest, and then just place a block behind it. Next, you're going to want to place dispenser number 1, and then dispenser number 2. And take your second hopper and place it going into the first dispenser. So you'll have it looking like this. Then take our slab and our carpet, and we're going to cover up our hoppers here. Cover up the first hopper with your slab, and cover up your second hopper with the carpet. So next, we're going to place a building block right behind the hopper here. Right on top of that, place the redstone comparator, and then place an observer. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little hole around this carpeted hopper here. So I'm gonna have that. Let's just place some blocks here so we have them. We pretty much have to create a little chamber, and this is where our chickens are going to go into. So I'm gonna make myself a little staircase here. So we have this right here. Let's just create ourselves, again, the little hole, and right here, right inside here is where our chickens will be. So let's start spamming some chicken eggs. Hopefully we'll get some chickens. Let's see, we might not. If not, there are some chickens around here I can lure into this little area, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Oh, of course, the one chicken I get, I accidentally spawn outside. Let's be careful. Okay, we got 1. We just need to get 2, as long as we can get 1 more. Okay, good. Perfect, we got 3, awesome. That's fine, let's kill this baby chicken right here. So we will eventually need 24 chickens. We can only have up to 24 chickens anymore, and it'll start killing the adult chickens. But basically, you want to breed your chickens until there's 24. Now, I'll continue doing the farm build before I have 24, but after you have 24 chickens in there, place an observer with the arrow pointing forwards towards the chest. Okay, so next to finish this farm, we're just going to break this block, and place 1 piece of redstone behind the observer and 1 piece in front. Now, just to show off all the redstone, I'm going to break these blocks here so you can see how this works. And it's actually a pretty simple thing. I like this. I think this farm is super easy and fun to build. So here we go. We also have to break this, and right here we are going to place our lava bucket right in this top one here. So basically, it's pretty simple. The chickens will lay eggs, which then shoot some chickens into here, spawning baby chickens, and then it will also shoot out the lava, killing the adult chickens, but leaving the baby chickens to stay alive, and eventually the adult chicken drops will go into this chest. Now, there are some optional things you can do if you want. Me, personally, I like building a lot of this farm out of glass, just so I can sort of see what's going on. Again, you can place some glass on top of the chest, probably your best choice because you can actually open a chest that is under glass, which is pretty fun. And also glass is nice because you can sort of see what's going on here. But again, you can decorate this farm however you want. Maybe make it look a bit nicer, stuff like that. Just make sure when you're decorating it and building it up that you don't accidentally mess with any of the potential redstone, that you don't break any of it, things like that. A lot of people, when they have issues with this farm, they'll often break or mess up some of the redstone. But if you just have a simple design like this, it should be all set and you guys should be good to go. So you don't actually need to have 24 fully grown adult chickens in here, because obviously you can only have 2, and they will start laying eggs. But having 24 will just make this a lot smoother and a lot quicker. So I'll keep breeding these chickens, and by the next episode, we should have a pretty fast and functional automatic cooked chicken farm with the cooked chicken going in this chest. Like I said, it's pretty simple, pretty easy to make. I'll also probably work on decorating this to make it look a little less ugly. It's very exposed, very open right now, but I'll definitely work on it to make it look a bit nicer. Alright, so we finished those 2 farms, and they actually didn't take as long to finish as I thought they would. So I figured, let's head back to... Oh, he was doing a lot of damage. So I figured, let's head back to the Nether and see what we can find. May as well explore it a little bit, see if maybe we can find a stronghold or a piglin... Ooh. No, that's just not loading. Okay. Maybe find a piglin bastion, a stronghold, just something worth getting. Hopefully there's something good for us here to hopefully, man, I'm really not playing it smart today. To hopefully get something good. Sometimes piglin bastions have really good loot. Sometimes nether fortresses have really good loot. So hopefully we can find something good. Let's keep making our way over there. Being careful. We do have our 1 piece of gold armor, so we should be pretty good. Let's keep eating to regen a bit. Looks like we're not regenning a ton. Let's be careful. I want to be as safe as I can here. All right, sweet. Also, I should probably take this opportunity for all you guys that have actually watched this video this far in. You guys are awesome. So first off, thank you. But I guess a little secret, or at least, you know, just something for you guys to know. I've shouted it out in the first video in this series, but recently I figured I'd just take this time to talk about it. I have started using my second channel a lot more. I'm posting Minecraft content on there, but different types of Minecraft content. Currently I'm doing a lot of Minecraft butt challenges, where you sort of add a cool, funny aspect into the game to make the game challenging or funny or just something like that, and you try to speedrun Minecraft along the way. Recently though, whenever I've been uploading a video, I respond to every single comment. So if you guys really have a question for me or really want to say something to me, I would highly recommend checking out that second channel and commenting whenever my next video comes out, because I'm really trying to respond to as many of you guys as I can. On this channel, it's harder to do that because on my videos, I get hundreds of comments each, which is why I always leave, you know, my Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, and Discord DMs open in case you guys have more pressing questions. But even then, those fill up relatively quick as well, and it's hard to answer stuff. So, honestly, YouTube comments on my second channel are probably the best way to contact me, at least for right now, until that channel grows. Obviously, once the channel gets bigger, it'll be harder to do that, but for now, while the channel is still small, it's a good opportunity. I'm not doing this just to plug my channel. I'm doing this just so people know, in case you guys, you know, wanted to contact me at all. But like I said, I do always have social media DMs open. I'm currently not finding anything though. Let's keep exploring different parts of the Nether and see if we can find anything useful. So, Minecraft actually just helped me out. I didn't even know that I was near a stronghold, but when I was walking around, I randomly got the achievement that you get for finding a stronghold. I now have it as an achievement. And so, I kept looking around and I dug down a bit and I was in the stronghold. So, thank you, Minecraft, for helping me out. I guess I don't really need too much from this stronghold, because we definitely have to be careful. We obviously have to be careful for withers, we have to be careful for blazes, but we should still be able to get some valuable stuff while we're here. We can get some blaze rods, which will be useful for getting to the end. There might be some fortress chests, which will be really good. And obviously, you know, any kind of loot. We can also get nether wart, which will be good for making potions. I also realized I kept calling this a stronghold. I kept saying I want to find a stronghold. I don't know why, but I constantly call nether fortresses strongholds, and I constantly call strongholds fortresses. It's a really bad habit of mine, so just yell at me whenever I do it, honestly. But let's see. Let's head around here, see if we can find anything useful. Even if we can only find some blaze spawners. Ooh, yeah, okay. Even if we can only find some blaze spawners, that would still be pretty nice, because we will need some blaze rods. But again, I don't really need them right now, so I'd rather just look around here and see if we can find some cool loot. Alright, looking around a bit, I finally found the chest hallway, so hopefully there's some good stuff in here. Let's see. Okay, just iron and gold. Not that good, but I'll still take it. Let's see, anything in here? Ooh, some diamond horse armor. Okay, we can probably give that to Pegasus, the horse we named earlier in the video, to get that. And looks like we also got some nether wart here, which is perfect. Potions are definitely going to save us in hardcore. You know, in the Nether, we're probably going to constantly want fire resistance potions. When we're fighting the dragon, we're definitely going to want slow falling potions. Strength potions might be nice for us. Regeneration potions might be nice for us. Potions are definitely going to save us. I did also see that one chest. I just wanted to sort of bridge around here and make sure I could really see everything and make sure I don't miss anything. But it looks like there's maybe only that one chest. Usually aren't too many chests in Nether fortresses, so let's see what we can get. Okay, just some more Nether ore and gold. I mean, I'll still take the gold. Gold is really useful, especially in hardcore, because you can make yourself golden apples, which is always really nice to have. But again, it's not the best thing. It's not like I need to have golden apples. It's not going to save me or anything. I mean, it might save me, but it's not the best thing to have. Now, if I had enchanted golden apples, whew, that'd be really good. But I think that might be all of the chests. I think that's probably it. I mean, there wasn't much here, but it's still nice that we found the stronghold and pretty much got everything we needed, except for the blaze rods. But obviously, we can come back in the future for those, maybe once we have slightly better gear and armor. I just want to be careful because I did try to kill one blaze, and then a wither skeleton snuck up behind me and almost killed me. So I had to quickly run away, eat some bread to regen. And so I think I don't want to come back here until I have some slightly better armor and slightly better weapons to defend myself. Oh, there we go, we got him. Haha, there we go. But we're back in the overworld now. We have all of our stuff. That was all actually pretty successful. Again, we didn't get tons of good loot, but the main thing that is really nice is we have the nether wart and we have the soul sand. Now let's just place a few right here. I won't leave it here permanently. I'm just gonna place a few to start growing a bit of nether wart for now, because we're definitely gonna want that or some potions. But I think that was pretty successful. Let's also head in here and swap this diamond horse armor on Pegasus instead of the gold horse armor. I want to keep Pegasus as protected as I can, and some good horse armor will help with that. And there we go, diamond horse armor. You're looking good, Pegasus. Let's put you back in the house. I want to keep you safe. We'll build some stables for Pegasus really soon so that they don't escape the house. But there we go. I think we're definitely being pretty successful so far, but I definitely have some build projects coming up soon I want to work on, and some really fun episodes, so definitely stay tuned. If you found this fun or useful, enjoyable at all, definitely leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Not only do I really appreciate it and it really helps me out, but I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can, and of course, it means the world to me whenever you guys like and subscribe. It really does help me out. But that's all for this episode. This is JWhisp, and I will see you guys all in the next one.